I'm Anne Leggett and I'm 47. I'm a full-time mum of 3 children and I lead a fairly active life. Dog walking, running. I have been known to pull my trainers on for a few races, anything from a 5k to a marathon. I came to the Whiteley Clinic because I had a recurrence of a varicose vein issue that I'd had treated 10 years previously by the traditional stripping method. The problem originally rose, I have a family history of varicose veins, but my veins became more problematic during my 3 pregnancies. They tended to calm down after I'd given birth, but after the 3rd pregnancy they remained problematic, very tender and really painful. The recurrence of the veins crept up on me really over a period of 5, 6, 7 years. And by the time I came to the Whiteley Clinic, they were itchy, I had slight swelling on the ankles, my feet were slightly discoloured, they had more of a blue tinge with the vein problem, and I was more worried about the long-term health of my legs. I think I'd sort of become resolved to the cosmetic look of them, but I was really concerned about where it might take me if I didn't get them treated now. When I initially had my veins after the 3rd pregnancy, and they were really difficult and painful, I did have them stripped through the traditional stripping operation. I did find this a particularly unpleasant and painful procedure. And I also found the recovery time a lot longer than I had anticipated and uncomfortable. But having seen an article in the Times that described some of the work that was being done at the Whiteley Clinic, I was keen to find out more. And on the back of that, I did order Mr. Whiteley's book on the problems relating to varicose veins. And before I came for consultation, I read that to try and understand what the problems were. But basically, I chose the Whiteley Clinic because it's a specialist in its field. I wanted to come somewhere where they treated varicose veins as a matter of course, and that was all they did. You know, experience is what I was after. Experience and professionalism was what I was after, and I wanted to understand fully the new procedures that were open to me. I had an initial consultation with Mr. Varicose, who took me through the various options available and what he considered the best treatment for my significant veins at that stage. I had initially had laser treatment to treat the deeper veins, followed by phlebectomies, which was the removal of the unsightly veins through tiny incisions and little sections at a time. All of that was under local anaesthetic, which for me was a much better procedure than going under general anaesthetic. And then finally I had sclerotherapy treatment to treat the smaller veins on the surface. All of the treatments I found very tolerable. The care and compassion shown by the nurses while you're in the treatment rooms was just amazing and a huge distraction. The bit that was more difficult to, or the only bit that was sort of uncomfortable, was the bandaging and the stockings that had to be worn after the procedures, but that was for a short space of time and was more uncomfortable than anything else. Since the treatment, the issues regarding the itching have all been resolved. The quality of my skin has improved tenfold, and the discoloration of the feet have completely disappeared. They're now a normal, nice pink colour. The veins tend to creep up on you over a period of time. There's a progressive degeneration in them. So by the time you come to treatment, they're almost part of a normal way of life. You've come to accept them. It's not until you've had the veins treated that you understand quite how they've impacted on you, both medically and in a social context too. You know, it really wasn't until I had the veins treated that I understood how they dictated what I wore. I would encourage anyone who had troublesome veins to come and have a consultation at the Whiteley Clinic and to discuss what current options there are available to treat those and alleviate the symptoms. The professionalism and care I have received at the Whiteley Clinic was exceptional. The time that I was given during the consultations to ask a myriad of questions was greatly received. The professionalism of everyone I met at the clinic, from admin staff to the consultants, and the feeling that they really worked together as a team was a delight to see, really. The nursing staff were hugely professional, but also caring and just lovely, that it made the visits to the clinic more than bearable.